Reach high, aim high, and obtain. Let's start with 1 pound of organic grass-fed ground beef. We like to use Riverbend Ranch, Richard's Regenerative, or a local trusted source for this step. You can either form the patties between your palms, as you can see me doing here, or my mom got a tool early on in their marriage that actually facilitates making the more traditional shape, size, and thickness of a traditional beef patty for a burger. At this point, you then want to potentially combine in a prep bowl 1 teaspoon of Celtic Sea Salt, pink Himalayan salt, or a quality salt, with half a teaspoon of black pepper finely ground, and sprinkle that combination on both sides of the burger. I personally, for mine, use the black pepper as optional. Then on all sides, you want to sprinkle generously with the herb of tarragon, and I like to use the dehydrated and finely chopped tarragon because it adheres better, I found, to the burgers on all sides. Next, you want to chop up finely or into ringlets an onion, and I found that for this particular burger that finely chopped is actually best, because I did try both approaches, and you can see here me finely chopping it. And then here's an example of if one wanted to have rings and potentially strips instead of the finely chopped. They both work well, it's just flavor wise I found that the finely chopped works best. Then you want to use a mandolin slicer to potentially achieve the desired thickness of the fries with a potato, specifically a white potato. If a person has a migraineur, then they might want to consider either avoiding this particular step or addressing fries using sweet potato fries. And ideally, you want to get them in a matchstick size. I found, again, that worked best, although you could see me doing the slightly larger steps there with the fries because I tried both approaches. Utilizing a high-rimmed skillet, you want to add about a tablespoon to 2 of organic cold-pressed extra virgin avocado oil or organic salt-free grass-fed butter. I found both work. However, I do prefer the butter approach. It ends up providing a richness in flavor and texture and everything that actually my dad complimented and kept thinking there was a special sauce. So you also want to use the same approach in a second skillet. I like to use cast iron for both in order to actually start cooking the burgers. And you can see here I'm showing you both approach. One was the first, showing the initial patties that were perfectly formed using my mom's special tool, and then here you can see the patties that were actually manually formed by hand. So I can show you that both approaches do work and they do perfectly fine for this particular recipe. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is, because we don't want the potatoes to end up changing colors, you want to start frying those, but what you can do is actually turn the heat down while you're cooking the burgers, so that way you have 2 steps kind of going on at the same time, and it facilitates this process going quicker. Now, once the burgers have started the finishing on both sides, because you flip them, you want to add the onions that I did here, and then top the onions in that butter and beef juices with more tarragon. During this entire process, you want to keep your eyes also on the potatoes that you're frying to make sure that they get that perfect coloring for your consumers. I know my dad tends to like them a little bit more on the crispy side, so you can see here I was very much facilitating them getting that really quality browning that he loves. For this process, I did discover that the matchstick approach is actually the best for this particular step, because the fries are so small that they stick together better to help form multiple sizes of a patty-shaped frying potato. Now, for the bread, you can either use the standardized bread that I make for sandwiches, or you can use the actual burger buns that I am also posting with this video for reference point. So at this point, we're going to start layering and actually creating the burgers. But you will want to move the burgers once they get to the cooked state to make sure that you can then finish thoroughly sauteing the onions, specifically the tarragon onions, and the juices, and finish the final steps of really getting that quality caramelizing and sauteing of the onions. So the layers we're going to be doing is very unique here, and that is to make this what my dad loves to call his Big Daddy burger. So the layers we're going to do is the bottom bun, cheese square, mashed stick fries, beef patty, top that with another cheese square, the tarragon onions that you've made, again, mashed stick fries, topping that with ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, pickles, and then lastly, organic lettuce, and then lastly, our top bun. Now you can also replace that bun with your chosen bread, as I do have links to if you just want to use standard bread and not go through the whole process of creating the special burger bun, but either one will work just fine. And here you can see the different images. One is going to show the matchstick approach that I did, and the other one is going to show the fries that I showed here in the video. Again, I found that the matchsticks and the tarragon he loved best because I did both approaches, and he actually said he loved the matchsticks and the tarragon finely chopped infused onions to really finish things off. So really be aware. I know this is different, but it will so be worth it. So here's a video of my dad doing the matchstick approach that I mentioned earlier. That is actually the best approach for doing this burger. It was absolutely delicious. Okay.
Well, that's a good looking burger.
Oh, look at you.
How is it?
Mm-hmm.
So, does that work for you, Dad?
That's delicious. Thank you.
This is what my daddy calls his Big Daddy burger. He named this.
What I mean by that, that's a real burger. That's the best tasting one yet.
Yeah?
That's good.
Awesome.
Every single person who watches this video has the power to change someone else's life today. Subscribing to TaylorIt takes 1 second, but creates a ripple that reaches people across the entire world. Hit like, share this with someone who needs it, and drop your location in the comments because seeing where our community reaches genuinely excites us. Together, we are building something real. Join us and help others find this too.